Hello everyone, my name's Jake and welcome back to my channel. So, one of my favorite readathons is happening later this month, and that is the Buzzword Readathon. Or the Buzzwordathon. Is it the Buzzwordathon or Buzzword Readathon? I don't know. Either way, it's one of my favorite readathons, and luckily it happens like once every 2 or 3 months, so... But basically, it's hosted by Books and Lala, and this round, she has a co-host, Gabby Reads. I'll link them both down below, and the point of the readathon is every round, they'll choose a word that is a buzzword, so a word that happens to be in a lot of titles, like of books, obviously. And you just, for a week, have to read books that have that word or those words in the title. And for this round, the word is actually, it's a bunch of words, it's just a number. So you literally have infinite amount of possibilities for book titles. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you know, that kind of thing. You can also include first, second, third. She said as long as it's on the cover, it works. So volume 1, volume 2. I have a couple examples in my TBR, you'll see, is taking place from November 18th to November 24th. That is a Monday to a Sunday, I believe. Don't quote me, because I'm probably wrong. Either way, I'll be participating, and this video is my TBR for that. I don't know if I've said that. Or whatever, we're gonna get on with it. The first book on my TBR for the Buzzword Readathon is His Hideous Heart, which is edited by Dahlia Adler. This is a short story collection. It is 13 of Edgar Allan Poe's most unsettling tales reimagined, and this also includes the original tales. So like half of it is his actual original poems and stories, and the other half are famous YA authors retelling them or reimagining them. So there's a lot of authors in this. Let me see. Some of my favorites, Kendar Blake, who writes the 3 Dark Crown series, which is one of my all-time favorites. Tessa Gratton, Amanda Lovelace, Marieke Nijkamp. I think I'm saying that right. There's a lot of authors in this, but yeah, so they're basically just retelling a bunch of Edgar Allan Poe's poems and stories. Very excited about this. It has 13 on the cover. You can see it. 13. Has 13 on the cover, so it fits. And that's the first book I'll be reading. I like to always have short story collections in my readathons just because they're easy to like spread throughout the week, and I just like short stories. Next up is kind of another short story collection. It is Dorothy Must Die Stories, Volume 2. Once again, not necessarily in the title, but it says Volume 2. So, it counts. This is the second short story collection set in the Dorothy Must Die world. And yeah, this has 3 short stories, and they're all about like the people Dorothy encountered in the original tale. Dorothy Must Die, for those that don't know, is just a series about this girl named Amy. She ends up in Oz, and she finds out Dorothy became like the dictator of Oz. And Dorothy's the villain, and she has to kill Dorothy and everyone that works with Dorothy. So this is a short story collection about the Tin Man, the Scarecrow, and the Cowardly Lion. They each have their own story. Obviously, I don't know what the stories are about since I haven't read them yet. Similar to short story collections, I always like to have a graphic novel or a manga in my TBR, so my choice for that is One Punch Man, Volume 1. This one actually, One Punch Man 1. I'm not including the volume this time, okay? I'm not completely cheating. And I only own the first volume of this manga, but I have a feeling I'm not gonna like it. Like, I don't know why I purchased this in the first place because this doesn't interest me at all, so I'm gonna knock it out during this readathon, see if I want to continue with the series or not. I guess it's not good to go into stuff with like low expectations, but I can't help it. I just don't think I'm gonna care for this. The next thing I'll be reading for Buzzword Readathon is 3 Dark Crowns by Kendar Blake. This is a reread. I've read the first 2 books in the series, and I decided I want to reread them before I continue on in the series. The first book I actually gave like a 3.5. I didn't love it, but the second book is one of my all-time favorite books like ever. So I'm very excited to see what I'm going to think of the rest of the series. But I'm going to be listening to this on audio, which I didn't do the first time. So I'm thinking maybe that'll help my enjoyment of it. Because my problems with it the first time I read it was I think it was pretty slow. But for those of you that don't know, which should be like no one because the series is pretty popular, this follows 3 queens. They're all sisters. They each have their own power. One of them's an elementalist, one of them's a poisoner, and one of them's a naturalist. Sure. And they basically have to fight to the death. There only can be one true queen, so they have to kill their own sisters to get the throne. And it is so good, and I highly recommend it. Next thing I'll be reading is The Final 6 by Alexandra Monier. This follows a space competition. I love anything competition related, and I believe this follows a competition about teens trying to get a spot to go into space, or they're already in space. Something like competition. Books and Lala loves this. And this is the final book on my TBR from that video I did with my roommate, in which me and my roommate chose each other's TBRs. So you guys are going to be getting a wrap-up of that by the end of this month. Spoiler alert, she didn't do great, but she did okay, and this is my final book I need to read. I'll link the original video down below so you guys can see it if you haven't already. But I am very excited to read this. It has 6 in the title, as you can see. The next 2 books I have are arcs that have already come out, and I'm just slacking. And the first one's The 10th Girl by Sarah Faring. I did start this. I'm about a little less than halfway through, I think. I started this back in August, and it came out in September, so I did try reading it before it came out. I actually did a buddy read with Melanie from Mel to the Indie and a few other people. But I didn't love it. Like, this was one of my most anticipated releases, and I wasn't a huge fan of what I read. But I didn't hate it either. So I'm going to read the other half. Hopefully it turns around somehow, and I'm hoping I enjoy it. But it has 10th in the title, as you can see. And then finally, the last book on my TBR is another arc. It is The 10,000 Doors of January by Alex E. Harrow. I might say Alex here and there. One of my friends is named Alex, and she spells it the same way. So if I say Alex, ignore me. I mean Alex. So this follows a girl that lives in this big mansion, and I believe she finds a book. And this book, I don't know if it literally takes her to other worlds or how this works, but something about a bunch of worlds or 1,000 doors that she can go through and come to different worlds. And this came out in September as well, I believe. And once again, I didn't read it before then because I'm trash. But I'm very excited to get to it, and it has 10,000 in the title. These are the 7 books that I plan on reading for the Buzzword Readathon. I am confident. I think I'm going to finish 7 books in 7 days. I have never successfully read 7 books in 7 days for a readathon. So I think this could be the first time. And actually, you know what? I'm so cocky, I think I can do more. I think I can read 8 or 9. I do. So who knows? You might see me reading more. Because I do have a few other books that I was thinking about reading for it. But I'm not going to put them in this TBR because I don't want to hold myself too accountable for that. But I will be weekly vlog, like doing one big vlog for that week. So you guys will see if I fail or succeed. I'm going to succeed. It's going to happen. And yeah, so I'm excited for a Buzzword Readathon. But let me know down below if you guys are reading anything or if you want to buddy read or, you know, do anything. I need to buddy read more. Just leave me comments. I like comments. I like talking to people. So I don't do it much in real life. So talk to me. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe. You know the works. Do it all. But until next time, I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.